Welcome to the world of science fiction stories, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe my channel. Enjoy the listening. Galactic warning, a human warship is closing in. The pristine corridors of the Galactic Council diplomatic vessel Harmonious Exchange hummed with tension. Ambassador Taa, a respected Taxian diplomat with silvery scales that caught the light as he moved, stood frozen before the holographic display. "Confirm these readings," he ordered, his three-fingered hand tightening around his ceremonial staff. Officer Jun nodded, her antenna quivering. "Confirmed, Ambassador. An unknown vessel has entered Council space. Design suggests military capabilities beyond our current understanding." The vessel's silhouette was unlike anything in Council records, angular, with protruding structures that clearly housed weapon systems. Most concerning was the energy signature, cold and controlled, yet suggesting immense power in reserve. "We've identified the species," Jun continued. "They call themselves humans. No prior contact recorded. Despite repeated hails on all frequencies and in all known communication protocols, the human warship maintained complete silence. Its trajectory was deliberate, its speed measured." Taa paced the command deck, his ceremonial robes swishing against the polished floor. The ship's crew worked with quiet efficiency around him, but he could sense their fear. First contact was always delicate, but this was different. Most species announced themselves with scientific vessels or trade ships, not warships. "Send the alert to all Council worlds," Taa said finally. "But mark it informational, not a threat assessment. We need more data." Jun's fingers danced across her console. "The Council representatives are requesting an emergency meeting, Ambassador." Taa sighed. "Of course they are." Within the hour, the diplomatic chamber aboard the Harmonious Exchange filled with holographic projections of Council representatives. 12 species, 12 different perspectives, all talking at once. "This is clearly a prelude to invasion," insisted Representative Jai of the Moroccan Collective, his metallic skin reflecting the chamber's lights. "We must mobilize our defense fleets immediately." "And risk starting an interstellar war," countered Representative Du, her leafy appendages rustling with agitation. "The botanical harmony cannot support such recklessness." Taa raised his hands for silence. "Honored representatives, we face a first contact scenario with an unknown species. Their approach is concerning, yes, but we have no proof of hostile intent. A warship crosses our borders unannounced and you speak of peaceful intentions." Jai's voice rose. "The Moroccans remember the Zeeth invasion. We will not be caught unprepared again." The arguments continued as the human vessel maintained its steady approach toward the Harmonious Exchange. On the main view screen, its dark shape grew larger, revealing more details of its construction. The hull was scarred in places, suggesting it had seen combat. Officer Jun approached Taa quietly. "Ambassador, our long-range scans show unusual energy spikes within the human vessel. They could be preparing weapons." "Or they could be scanning us," Taa replied. "Continue monitoring." The debate among the representatives grew more heated. Representative Jai had convinced 3 others to support a preemptive strike. The pacifist factions were losing ground. "Ambassador Taa," called Representative Jai, "you must make a decision. Our defense vessels await your signal." Taa felt the weight of 12 civilizations on his shoulders. One wrong move could ignite a conflict that might last generations. "Send one more hail," he ordered Jun, "all frequencies, all known languages in our database." "Sending now," Jun confirmed. The command deck fell silent as they waited. Seconds stretched into minutes. The human vessel continued its approach. "No response," Jun reported finally. Representative Jai's hologram stood taller. "Then we have our answer. I am ordering." "Wait," Jun interrupted, her antenna straight with surprise. "Ambassador, they're sending something, not a communication, but data packets." The main screen flickered, then displayed streams of information. Star charts, cultural records, biological data on various council species, even classified security protocols. "They've hacked our databases," gasped Representative Du. No, Taz said slowly, studying the information flow. These aren't our files. This is data they already possessed about us. The realization sent a chill through the command deck. The humans hadn't needed to breach their security. They already knew everything about the Council races. How is this possible? Representative Jai demanded. We've never encountered them before. It appears, Taz said carefully, that they have encountered us. Aboard the human vessel Deterrent, Captain Hannah stood before her own view screen, watching the panic spread through the alien ship. Her uniform was simple but immaculate, bearing the insignia of Earth's United Fleet. Behind her, the bridge crew worked with quiet precision. They've received our data package, reported Communications Officer Park. Their communications have spiked significantly. Good, Hannah nodded. Let them talk it out. Captain, her XO-10 approached with a tablet. The final profiles on the Council representatives are ready for your review. Hannah scrolled through the information. Earth had been monitoring the Galactic Council for 87 years, ever since their first probe detected alien communications. Humanity had chosen to remain hidden, watching as the Council expanded through the stars, documenting their technologies, cultures, and politics. Earth had learned from the Council's mistakes and successes, preparing for the day when contact would become inevitable. The Taxian seems reasonable, Hannah noted, studying Ambassador Taz's profile. His species tends toward diplomacy, yes, but the Morrican representative is pushing for military action, Ten pointed out. Their fleet is mobilizing from the nearby station. Hannah smiled slightly, exactly as predicted. She handed the tablet back to Ten. Prepare a direct communication channel to Ambassador Taya only. It's time to introduce ourselves properly. On the harmonious exchange, alarms suddenly blared. Multiple ships approaching, Jun reported urgently. Morrican defense vessels, they've locked weapons on the human ship. Jai Ta shouted at the hologram, What have you done? What you lack the courage to do, Jai replied coldly. These humans have been spying on us for who knows how long. This is a clear security threat. You've exceeded your authority, Ta began but was interrupted by Jun. Ambassador, the human vessel is hailing us directly. To you, on a secured channel. The Council representatives fell silent. Put it through, Ta ordered. The face that appeared on the screen looked surprisingly similar to several Council species, yet distinctly different. The human female had dark eyes that reflected intelligence and caution. Ambassador Ta, she spoke in perfect Taxian. I am Captain Hannah of the Earth vessel Deterrent. I apologize for our silence until now, but we needed to assess your response to our arrival. Ta found himself speechless for a moment. Captain Hannah, you've caused quite a stir in our council. So I see, Hannah replied, glancing at something off-screen. Please inform the approaching Morrican vessels that while we mean no harm, we are fully capable of defending ourselves. Why have you come? Ta asked, signaling frantically to Jun to contact the Morrican ships. Captain Hannah's expression grew serious. To deliver a warning, Ambassador, one that concerns the survival of all your worlds. The alarms on Proxima Station blared with sudden urgency, cutting through the normal buzz of commerce and diplomacy. Red warning lights flashed along the curving corridors of the massive space station, sending beings of a dozen different species into states of confusion or alarm. Commander Ba sat perfectly still in the command center, all 6 of his eyes focused intently on the tactical display. His gray skin, marked with the ceremonial scars of his military achievements, seemed to tighten over his skull-like face. Report, he ordered, his voice calm despite the chaos. Human vessel detected at the edge of our sensor range, replied Officer Quan, her fingers dancing over the control panel. It's the Deterrent, the same ship from the first contact incident. Ba clicked his mandibles together thoughtfully. He had read all the reports about the humans and their mysterious warship. 3 cycles had passed since they'd appeared before the Galactic Council with warnings of some distant threat. Many believed the humans were the true threat, invaders laying groundwork for conquest. Movement pattern? Ba asked. Steady approach, same as before, No evasive maneuvers. Weapon systems appear inactive. Maintain emergency protocols, Ba ordered. But no threatening movements from our side. Alert medical and security. The bridge crew worked efficiently around him. Proxima Station was the busiest trading hub in this sector, home to over 300,000 residents and visitors from across the Council worlds. If the humans had hostile intentions, the potential for casualties was enormous. "Commander, we're receiving a transmission from the human vessel," announced Officer Quan, surprise evident in her voice. "Put it through." The main screen flickered to life, showing the same human female who had addressed Ambassador Ta 3 cycles earlier. Captain Hannah's face appeared tired but composed. "Proxima Station, this is Captain Hannah of the Earth vessel Deterrent. We request emergency medical assistance for injured crew members." Bob blinked all 6 eyes in sequence, a gesture of surprise in his species. This was not the approach of an invading force. "Captain Hannah, this is Commander Ba of Proxima Station. Please explain the nature of your medical emergency." "We encountered a spatial anomaly while investigating the outer reaches. 2 of my crew suffered severe injuries when a power conduit ruptured. Our medical bay can stabilize them, but we lack the specialized equipment needed for full treatment." Ba hesitated, mandibles clicking as he considered his options. Denying medical aid to any vessel in distress went against both Council protocols and his personal code. But allowing a human warship to dock at Proxima Station carried its own risks. "Permission granted for medical docking only," he finally said. "Docking Bay 12. You may bring the injured and up to 4 escort personnel. All must submit to standard security protocols." "Understood, Commander. We appreciate your assistance." Ba turned to his security chief. "Double the guards at Docking Bay 12. Full scan protocols, but treat them with respect. They are guests seeking medical aid." "Yes, Commander." As the human ship approached, Ba left the command center and made his way to the medical bay. Chief Medical Officer Sun was already preparing for the incoming patients. "What do we know about human physiology?" Ba asked. Sun looked up from her instruments, her 4-fingered hands pausing in their work. "Very little, Commander. The Council database has only theoretical information based on long-range scans. This will be our first direct examination." "Proceed with caution," Ba advised. "These humans crossed half the galaxy in a warship. They are not to be underestimated." The docking procedure proceeded without incident. Ba watched from a security monitor as the human vessel connected to the station. Its hull dwarfed the docking bay, making the heavily armed security personnel look small and insignificant. The airlock cycled open, and the human delegation emerged. 4 standing humans escorted 2 stretchers containing the injured crew members. They moved with disciplined precision, their faces revealing little emotion. Ba met them at the entrance to the medical bay. Up close, the humans were both familiar and alien. They resembled several Council species in basic form, bipedal with 2 arms and a central head. Yet there was something distinctly different about them, something in their eyes perhaps, or the way they held themselves. "Welcome to Proxima Station," Ba said formally. "Our medical team is prepared to assist your wounded." The lead human, a tall male with dark skin, nodded. "Thank you, Commander. I am First Officer 10. Captain Hannah sends her regards and will join us shortly." The injured humans were quickly transferred to the medical bay. Chief Medical Officer Sun immediately began scanning them with her instruments, her professional demeanor hiding her scientific curiosity. "Their injuries are severe," she reported. "Plasma burns and trauma consistent with their reported accident. I can treat them, but I'll need time." Ba nodded and turned to First Officer 10. "Your crew members are in good hands. While we wait, I must ask you and your escorts to proceed to decontamination. Standard protocol for all visitors to Proxima Station." "Of course," 10 agreed. The decontamination chamber was a large, sterile room where visitors were scanned for pathogens and treated with a harmless radiation pulse that eliminated any potentially dangerous microorganisms. Please remove any weapons and place them in the storage units, instructed the security officer in charge. The humans complied, unstrapping various devices from their uniforms and placing them in the designated containers. Ba noted that their weapons were unlike standard council designs, more compact, with no visible power sources. The incident happened quickly. One of the human escorts, a female with short black hair, was directed to a separate scanning booth. The security officer's instructions were misinterpreted, and when he reached for her arm to guide her, she reacted instinctively. What followed stunned everyone present. The human female moved with blinding speed, her body flowing like liquid. The security officer was on the floor before anyone could react, and when his colleagues moved to intervene, they met the same fate. Within seconds, 12 armed security officers lay incapacitated around the chamber. None were seriously injured, but all effectively neutralized. The human stood in a defensive stance, her breathing barely elevated. "Stand down," ordered First Officer 10 sharply. The female immediately relaxed her posture. "Apologies, sir. Instinctive reaction to perceived threat." Ba stepped forward, mandibles clicking rapidly in agitation. "What just happened here?" "A misunderstanding," 10 said calmly. "Officer Yun is from our security detail. She's trained to react to potential threats. We meant no harm." The security officers were already getting to their feet, some rubbing sore joints, others looking at the human female with newfound respect or fear. "One of your people disabled 12 of my trained security officers in seconds," Ba observed. "Without weapons." "Yes," 10 acknowledged, "and without causing serious injury. Had she perceived a true threat, the outcome would have been different." The implied warning was clear. Ba studied the human called Yun. She showed no signs of exertion or stress from the altercation. Her eyes met his without challenge or aggression, simply alert and watchful. "I believe we need to revise our understanding of human capabilities," Ba said carefully. Later in his private office, Ba reviewed the security footage with Chief Medical Officer Sun. "Their physiological scans are remarkable," Sun reported. "Enhanced musculature density, reinforced skeletal structure, advanced neural pathways, and there's evidence of deliberate genetic modifications spanning generations." "A species designed for combat?" Ba suggested. "Not designed," Sun corrected. "Evolved and then refined. These modifications are too integrated to be recent. The humans have been adapting themselves for warfare for centuries, perhaps millennia." Ba stared at the frozen image of Officer Yun standing calmly among the fallen security team. "The Council believes they might be invaders." "If they wanted to invade," Sun said quietly, "I doubt we could stop them." Ba clicked his mandibles thoughtfully. "Then we must hope Captain Hannah's warning is genuine, because if these humans ever become our enemies, the Council may not survive the encounter." The Grand Council chamber on Horizon Prime was filled with nervous energy as Ambassador Ta entered the circular room with its high ceiling and ornate seats for each species representative. Ta had never felt so tense. Ta moved to the center stage, his silver scales catching the light, drawing all eyes to him. "Honored representatives," he began, "I have called this emergency session to share critical intelligence regarding our human visitors." The room quieted instantly. For the past several weeks, the Galactic Council had debated the human presence endlessly, with opinions divided between those who saw them as a threat and those who advocated for diplomatic relations. "Our intelligence network has uncovered something disturbing," Ta continued. "The vessel Deterrent, which we have classified as a warship based on its capabilities, is considered by humans to be merely a diplomatic vessel." Murmurs swept through the chamber. "If true," said Representative Jai of the Morricans, rising from his seat, "then what do they consider an actual warship?" "According to our sources, their true military vessels are several magnitudes more powerful," Ta answered, his voice steady despite the gravity of his words. The chamber erupted in concerned voices. Representative Dew of the Botanical Harmony raised her leafy appendage. How reliable is this intelligence, Ambassador? It comes from multiple sources, including observations from the incident at Proxima Station, Ta replied. The humans have made no attempt to hide this information. In fact, Captain Hannah has extended an invitation for me to board the deterrent for direct talks. It could be a trap, Jai warned. Or an opportunity to learn more, countered Du. Ta nodded. I have accepted the invitation. I depart in 3 hours. The shuttle journey from Horizon Prime to the orbiting deterrent was brief, but gave Ta time to gather his thoughts. The human vessel looked even more imposing up close, its dark hull marked with symbols and insignia he couldn't decipher. A small opening appeared in the ship's side as they approached. Ta's pilot, visibly nervous, guided their shuttle into the docking bay. I will wait here, Ambassador, the pilot said. Emergency protocols are in place if you do not return within 6 hours. Let us hope that won't be necessary, Ta replied with a smile he didn't feel. The human greeting party consisted of only 2 individuals. Officer 10, whom Ta recognized from reports of the Proxima incident, and a younger human he didn't know. Ambassador Ta, 10 bowed slightly. Welcome aboard the deterrent. Captain Hannah is waiting for you. They led him through corridors that were surprisingly simple compared to council vessels. Where council ships favored artistic displays and comfortable spaces, the human vessel was functional, with clean lines and minimal decoration. Your ship is quite efficient, Ta observed. The deterrent serves many purposes, 10 replied. Comfort is secondary to functionality. They arrived at a door that slid open to reveal a modest meeting room. Captain Hannah stood as they entered. She wore the same uniform as before, but Ta noticed subtle insignia that he hadn't observed during their video communication. Ambassador Ta, she greeted him. Thank you for accepting my invitation. Please sit. The chairs were designed to accommodate various body types. Ta found one suitable for his taxian physiology and settled into it.